Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. Now, I've done extensive reporting on our channel featuring the conservative Democrat from West Virginia, Joe Manchin, and how he can single handedly change the Biden agenda. In fact, he has. Because of Joe Manchin, the Build Back Better plan could not be passed in 2021. However, there is one senator who could decide the fate of the entire Biden legislative agenda. And this senator is at times not popular within his own party. Folks, I'm talking about the one and only Mitt Romney, the Republican from Utah. In fact, Romney introduced a bill in February of 2021, and this bill would take a key component of the Build Back Better plan, which is a child tax credit. By the way, the child tax credit was introduced in the American Rescue Plan that was passed at the start of 2021. And if Mitt Romney has his way, this could be made permanent. Now, could the president support Romney's bill? Absolutely. This would require President Biden to actually reach across the aisle and shake hands with a Republican. But I see this as the only viable option right now for President Biden to have a key legislative victory. I can tell you that Joe Manchin wants a streamlined bill that's focused on giving a hand to the most vulnerable without discouraging work, without driving up inflation, without adding to the deficit. Now, the Build Back Better plan contains a lot of components that are designed to win over a whole bunch of people, and it actually provides hundreds of billions to reinstating tax loopholes for upper income Americans, according to the Washington Post. However, according to the Washington Post, it provides no permanent funding for its hodgepodge of programs nominally designed to help the poor but structured to serve long-term Democratic constituencies. Now, there is a bill that does indeed fit what Manchin wants, and this bill also expands and permanently funds the primary poverty reduction initiative that is a part of the Build Back Better agenda. What is this plan? Well, folks, it's Mitt Romney's Family Security Act. Yes, you heard that right. It's Mitt Romney's Family Security Act, and this actually has received a lot of support from both Republicans and Democrats. Now, what is Romney's Family Security Act? Keep in mind, folks, Romney is a very, very successful businessman. So what Romney's Family Security Act does is it offers child allowance benefits to expecting parents 4 months before their child is due. For example, managing to be both pro-life and pro-choice. So it offers government support for the unborn and expands the options available to working single mothers. Also, it ties benefits directly to children through the Social Security Administration rather than to taxpayers through the Internal Revenue Service. So this plan supports one-income families that have a dedicated stay-at-home parent, and it supports families that are at the margins of the economy striving to make ends meet. So, Romney's plan would also provide a flat universal benefit to all families. Now, folks, this is very big because that's not how the current child tax credit is structured. So, Romney's proposal would actually reform the earned income tax credit and could be extremely popular. I've had a chance to go through Romney's plan, and folks, I can tell you it is a solid plan and it makes sense. I can also tell you that I think the country moves forward when we take the best ideas from both Republicans and Democrats and we try and move forward. So, a universal child benefit will actually not discourage poor parents from working for fear of losing their benefits, nor would it encourage affluent parents to move to more economically segregated areas to maximize their deductions. The fact is, this is a simple and powerful plan that can move the country forward, can reduce child poverty, can get support from both Republicans and Democrats, and can be a political win for the Biden administration. Is it going to be a massive $2.3 trillion spending package, which was the original intent of the Build Back Better plan? Nope. It's not, but it is going to be a victory and a step in the right direction. And the integration of all of these ideologies, rather than trying to go to one extreme like the Democrats have tried to do or like the Republicans have tried to do, that's the reason why the Romney plan has so much support amongst Republicans as well as Democrats. So I'll quote directly from the Washington Post article. By the way, we'll provide you with this resource in the description section below. The president is facing crises on multiple fronts: a resurgent virus, persistent inflation, a fractious party, to name just a few. Granted, embracing the idea of a Republican senator won't solve any of these directly, but it's a genuinely good idea. And if the two sides are ever going to work together, which is something Biden has promised to try to do, then they need to focus more on good faith efforts like Romney's Family Security Act. So folks, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I think this plan has a lot of merit. I do think Mitt Romney is super smart, and I do think that there's a lot of potential in working together to try and make this happen. What do you think about Romney's plan? Do you think the Republicans and the Democrats should try and work together to come up with a plan that gets support from both sides, that does not result in massive spending, and that helps those amongst us who are the most vulnerable? What do you think of this entire situation? Well, folks, politically, I can tell you that this makes a ton of sense for President Biden because he needs another victory. The whole Build Back Better plan pretty much didn't go anywhere, thanks to the one and only conservative Democrat Joe Manchin. But I think Mitt Romney might give a lifeline to the Biden administration, might allow the poorest amongst us to get some relief, and in the process, allow the Republicans to say, hey, this was our idea. This is something we came up with. At the end of the day, folks, politics is about timing. It's about opportunity. It's about tribalism. And it's about perception. To be honest, I really don't care whether the Republicans or the Democrats take credit. What I care is that the country moves forward and that we take the best ideas from both sides. Because as much as we hate our politicians, I can tell you that there's some really smart people who want what's best for the country on both sides, on the Democratic side as well as the Republican side. And what I want is I want the best ideas to be implemented into the fabric of America to move the country forward, to help individuals overcome the cycle of poverty that you see on your screen right now. In fact, I was able to overcome the cycle of poverty that you see on your screen right now, and I was able to live the American dream. This right here is a little bit of information about me. So please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. Thank you so much for watching. A happy new year to our viewers and subscribers. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful new year. I want you to know that I greatly appreciate you all and I work hard on this channel every single day. So please click the like button, please click subscribe, and please enable notifications. Let me know what you think of Romney's idea and let me know whether you agree with it or not. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.